Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Communist Yugoslavia. So between episodes, I was able to go through past the menu. I noticed a couple things. I noticed we were full on army experience, so I redesigned a new variant of the heavy tank here, the Heavy Tank Mark II, which is just like quite a bit, well, tankier than before. It's going to have really good reliability, but it's getting an upgrade to the engine and the main gun. One more armor. And more main gun, more engine, more reliability. Also, apparently we'd been creating some base variants heavy tanks for a while there, so that's been tweaked to finally correctly be a Mark II, so that's going to be A-okay. Yeah, we probably won't need more self-propelled heavy artillery over here. I'm just going to cancel this so that it doesn't start building anymore. If we do start repairing some factories, having more of it go to planes is probably going to be okay. That's not exactly what I meant to do here, because that screwed up our efficiency queue, but I did want to start producing some close air support, so I guess we're going to do that. Doing Mark I fighters. I don't know if we need to do any variants to the close air support. And I guess I'm going to save my air experience for when we start making jet fighters, so that's going to be okay. So again, the fact that we've got free factories open is not quite accurate, because we are, in fact, mostly working damage factories. So, you know, I just realized, if this were, like, bluer... I mean, I know it's not in the right order or anything, but we sort of end up with the French flag over here, which is too hilarious for me not to do anything. Are you, like... How come you're not doing anything? Like, just get your ass in gear. Oh, I'm sorry. Who owns this? Ooh, that's funny. China. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's push up and take all the territory that does not currently belong to our faction. You're gonna try. You're just keeping this guy a little busy in Bordeaux, although I guess it doesn't help that much, because we're not actually worried about him escaping or doing anything weird like that. Mr. Pawn, one of you, you're actually going for the full cutoff is what you're looking for while we attack from that angle. Excellent. You'll open up the second front. That'll be fine. Looks like we bopped all the guys that were chilling over here, which is great. And again, we're going to try to form up a western front. And one of our priorities will absolutely be to try to deny as many ports as possible to choke off supplies over here. They're already having massive supply problems. You can see none of these guys have any organization whatsoever. And we did turn our attack on, so we're starting to move here. Wow, they still have huge numbers. We may have to do a lot more manual attacks to convince the AI that, no, we really can go and, like, crush face here. Like, I wonder if we can just cross this river. Nope, not yet. Never mind. Still a little too strong for that. We can move some planes over here as well. The home island in Japan, still nothing has changed over there, which has me a little confused, but I'm not going to complain too much about it. You tanks are going over here to try to clean this up if we can, because that'll be helpful. But while I'd put a bunch of eggs into the Japanese basket of, if we win in Japan, we'll win everywhere else, apparently, all we had to do is continue to think real hard about what was going on in France, and a solution would present itself, which is lovely. Alright, so yeah, keep denying them some ports over here. I mean, they might be able to break out a little bit, but... you're gonna try to do that. You actually have fair organization, but we do get there first, so we get the defensive sort of advantage. That's going to be fine. Fine. Can you actually just bop that guy? Well, it's not going to be a bop, but you can push that guy and get rid of a little bit of bulge, which, I mean, is mostly hurts them. But yeah, we just took advantage of it there, which is exactly what we're looking for. Hell, deny them more territory. And denying them the Ghent, they're still going to have one naval base. Can I click this province? What is it Holland? Yeah, it is Holland. I think this is the only naval base. It's only level 5. These guys are going to have no gear. We are going to push back a little bit in a couple of places. But as long as we don't get encircled anywhere, like, they're not going to be able to do anything. Hang on. Speaking of encirclement. I think these guys are going to get 100% choked out here. And I don't think there's anything they can do about it at all. Man, oh man, how much simpler is our life going to be? Well, not that much. Taking France isn't actually going to do as much as we might hope, actually. Because we still aren't really going to be able to work the factories from here, because they're just going to be like getting smashed constantly. I could build a ton of MPs, and actually, I probably should. We're gonna be fine on equipment for this. Build a crap ton of MPs, and we'll see what we can do. Meanwhile, okay, so we've got some offenses that aren't really working out everywhere, but that's okay. We did manage to cut these guys off, which is fantastic. So all of these forces, other than a little bit of trickle supply from some of the victory point places, are going to get completely starved out. And I think what we're going to end up doing, well, I may wait a little bit, but we are going to have to redraw these fronts in a second. In fact, what we'll probably do is just make one front over here. Nope. It's a little bit long, maybe. Okay, so I wonder if they're starved yet. They do have the out-of-supply penalty. Oh, there we go, some movement. More movement, that's great. I don't suppose you guys... I mean, I know there's a lot of river crossings here, but just keep up the pressure. And yeah, then I think it'll be time to redraw these fronts. Alright, stop. Let me cancel all orders. Who's blue? Blue's down here. Let me make you into a new theater. We'll just call you Spain, for varying degrees of accuracy. Okay. And red goes away as well. Boom. And merge you together temporarily. Tell everyone to halt. Grab all these guys, and say that. Make you into a new army. 23, that's not bad, because you can actually fit in an actual army. And that's going to be your front there. And you will get an attacking line to do something like that. I'm not going to tell you to go right away, because you're going to prep. Meanwhile, Silver Army, you're now going to go and surround these guys. And probably your first push will be to, say, push in from the bottom over here. Although it would be great to pinch the top off. We might still be able to do it. Let's... With all the rivers and stuff, what actually... Maybe... Yeah, we actually want you to attack from the other side. Tell you what, I will draw this as a front line after all. Not going to hit go. Mostly what I'm probably going to do is start manually doing some pushes in here as these guys continue to just starve out. They're not going to be able to get their organization back in a timely manner at all. I mean, they're already pretty effed here. I could probably split these guys in half as is. I might be able to just take Strasbourg as is. They've got tons of dudes here, but how good are they going to be? Let's punch in here, just to give us better attacking angle against Strasbourg. And that'll be the last victory point in here as well. And that's going to be fantastic. That is going to be a lot of dead Allied troops. I mean, captured Allied troops. I mean, bopped Allied troops. That's what's happening there. Meanwhile, alright, you're all doing that. And then, yeah, you're going to take this port. And then that's going to be good. And then we will give you an offensive line, which is going to be something like this. But yeah, kill these guys first. And get you guys to halt, then join the attack there, because this is going to be sufficient over here. So again, terrain's not very good for heavy tanks, but they're still getting the job done just fine. Things have still not moved here, which I can't understand, but I'm not going to complain about. This is, I'm going to rename this to, I don't know, Egypt? For varying levels of accuracy. Should have done this ages ago, just to have, like, somewhat stronger naming convention. Hello, it's just me, or is there no one on this little, spit of land here anymore? That's going to simplify our situation and be able to move these decent troops to an actual front, although... Which one would that be now? Boom. Wreck these guys. Oh, there's still Toulouse over here. Or, no, that's not Toulouse. Toulouse is down by the coast. It's Alsace region, but they've got... There's a little victory point here with the name, but... Or does it just say Alsace? I can't see it behind the units. Doesn't make sense. Alsace is a whole region. Can I mouse over this particular victory point? I know, there's probably somewhere saying it, and I'm just not seeing it because I'm trying to go too fast. Like, how important is it to read a city name? Not really. I mean, come on. Oh, I'll tell you to go on your auto attack here. It might not succeed everywhere, but probably with time, because again, these guys are being drained pretty heavily. I'm gonna let you, like, prep a little bit longer, probably, before I hit the go switch. Be really nice. Yeah, they've got a little too much organization. Not so much here, although we don't have a ton of troops. Can we... Yeah, we don't have the troop density, I think, to... No. I think Silver's just going to contain until we go and do this, and then we'll get the 23 divisions here to join in. Because I can't see a real route to get a cutoff. The Belgian troops, like... Actually, there's a surprising number of Belgian troops here. And they are going to be, you know, perfectly equipped and everything like that. So, yeah, we'll just wait. And this should happen eventually. Eventually. There's some cutoff going on there, which is swell. And you guys are moving in here, which is going to result in a little bit more... More what? Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm really confused. Wait, what? No, wait, now hold on, what? China's non-aligned? But they control this territory. How on earth was this territory assigned to China? You're talking about someone who is... Oh, you're fighting the Axis. And I guess you had war contributions somewhere else, and this was being held by... Well, actually, an allied first, but I guess nationalist Spain. There's some weird-ass logic going on there. Weird-ass logic that led to China controlling this, but I guess it's not the most unreasonable. But it means that these guys have an area to sort of retreat to. And also attack from? How are they allowed to attack from China? Yeah, see, I can't draw a reasonable front. No, you're not gonna be able to attack there. This is actually really shitty. Why don't I just declare war on these guys? They'll join the Allies. Who cares? I don't care. This. Boom. Because right now you are royally effing up all the things. I'm going to push across the river, but I'll probably stop there because I'm worried about getting cut off if we go too far. Everybody halt. Yeah, this kind of planning's going to work out well. So, we're going to have to manually assign one division to that front. And manually assign, say, 3 divisions to that front. Yeah, this is exactly the sort of thing that makes a lot of sense, and I'm happy to have to deal with. Sure, or something. Well, let's go back to where things are fun. These guys are starving out. I mean, they're not starved yet. But, I mean, there's no way they can do anything. Low supply and running out. There's a lot of troops here, but, I mean, come on. You. And realize you're attacking Gross River, but you have full organization. You guys have a... You don't. But 2 of you have good organization. Jump in there. We don't have the air support. That's the thing, too. We could move something. Enemy air support, attacking from multiple directions. They've got a fort there. They got a lot going on. All my planes, I'm going to get you in here. And you're going to be doing what is apparently northern France over here. So we'll get some air stuff going on. Maybe enough to get rid of the penalty, maybe not. I wonder if I should just move some more troops off over here. You know what? I'm going to get one more. There you go. For the full 24, at least. I mean, these guys gotta have nothing, right? I could tell these guys to just, like, chill. Build your full strength up first, and then go. Although, you guys look halfway decent. Alright, just chill. We'll get you to build up your full strength, and then go with some planning bonus as well. I mean, they're not going to get any stronger. They're not going to reload anything. We can get our full... everyone, halt. Halt. We're going to be able to get our full organization back, plus some planning bonuses, which will be handy. And then here, we're just happy to just chill. It would be great to grab another port over here, but it's not practical. It probably is practical, however, to do this. So I'm betting that we can overwhelm the Belgian forces in general, and we had a bit of a divisional advantage there as well. And I'm just going to get one of you guys to just sit in Ghent for a second, and then advance that. Doesn't make our front line that much more complicated. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, Japan. So you went and took that port, excellent. Meanwhile, you are trying to do some sort of advancing over here. I don't suppose you can just do this, can you? Yeah, they look pretty low. Like they didn't have a whole lot left in the tank. That's going to be fine. Japan, still nothing happening. Okay. I wonder if they're confused because I got no troops there. They must be thinking that must be some other like variable. They must be trying to move people somewhere else or deal with something else. It's Christmas Day! Hooray! So, you guys have full organization. You have a fair amount of prep bonus going on. They are fortified. Some divisions still getting into position, but... Go. Bam! There you have it. Boppity bop bop. That's going to be 61 divisions. Actually, the numbers are getting a little fuzzy with that. Somewhere around there. The numbers are overlapping, so it's hard. You know, but almost, maybe 60 divisions are about to get obliterated here. They're still doing a little bit of retreating, but overrun, overrun, overrun. Oh, that was the most glorious thing I've ever seen in this game. Absolutely phenomenal. Alright, let's get these guys in position. Now, we're not gonna... These guys are not out of supply. But we should be doing okay. Ooh, next level engineering company. That's nice. We'll get the next level MPs as well, because I think we're going to need a fair amount of MPs here, because it's not like the Allies are about to capitulate. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I don't suppose you guys can deal with this nonsense. Just because it'll simplify the front line to be considerably less ugly. There's even like a weird double front line thing going here. There you go, so to split you up. Now you only have 2 divisions here? Well, for now, until that gets resolved. Which isn't quite going to get resolved. Add you back in. I mean, we are attacking into the mountains, right? And we have no air support. Okay. Stop. We'll have to get some more actual numbers down here. We could direct... No, I think it makes sense to keep more here. If we end up losing ground down in the south of France, it's not a big deal. What's your national unity? 85%. So just taking Brussels, I'm assuming, isn't going to be enough. I mean, there's certainly going to be the bulk of your frickin' command points or victory points, but not all of them. So I wonder if I just want to hit play here. I mean, there's still lots of people moving. You know what? I bet you we can, though. Not everywhere, but somewheres. We'll get some advance. And if we're punching in here, we might be able to just punch deeper into their territory. This would be a great place of if we had tanks. Like fast-moving tanks and do some crazy moves over here. Recon company, excellent. That, I mean, the reconnaissance bonus is huge in these fights. Absolutely massive. Well, we could start researching the modern tanks. They're very good. They're very, 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 very good. It's probably a swell idea. We might need it for, like, the African campaign or something. Alright, we're definitely getting some movement. I'm going to get you guys to jump into this fun behind the river here. Cut some things off. And are you guys moving into Metz? Yes, no, maybe so. It's like mostly no right now. Well, that's too bad. No, we're pushing in here, which is a little bit of a surprise, but not too bad. Japan supplies, yes, it's a bit of a thing, but on the other hand, actually I'm just going to do it. Right click like this. We could probably just wait for you to starve out. Yeah, let me go and put all the divisions around this guy. Tell you to halt. Don't need to attack right now. Apparently you still aren't going to do that. That's okay. Let me delete this. We're just going to surround this guy and get ready to flatten him. Meanwhile, the Soviet troops are pouring into Korea. Excellent. Okay, you're going to intervene in the Benelux. That's interesting. I mean, you're getting to the point now where the national ideas don't make as much sense, especially the political ones. Because it's like, well, the world has basically changed, but they've run out of ideas. I mean, I guess they could be doing the continuous ones, but... We're going to hold Antwerp, which is good. There goes Brussels as well. A capitulation here would save us a lot of time. Well, you're actually running away a little bit. We have a risk of... No, okay, we're about to take this, so they're still going to have places to retreat to. Got a lot of troops over here, although they're having a lot of attrition problems because they're not actual Belgian troops. There we go. If we can actually focus on taking them more. So that's not going to happen. Not yet. There's a lot of troops over here that are running. A lot of troops here with no organization. Still would love to see if we could just cut off here. There we go, some overrun, although we're going to lose that ground for a second, but that's okay. I mean, I assume... Did we get overrun? Were we out over 60? We might have actually gotten overrun somewhere weird. It's possible. It looks like we're about to take the edge, which is going to cut off all these guys. And actually might cause a capitulation. I bet you Belgium is not that far away. They don't have that much stuff. They don't have that many victory points available to them. Halt. Halt, halt, halt. No? Not halt? Okay. Then keep going until you retreat. Big density of troops over here. There we go. Take that guy out. Trap some troops in Luxembourg. We still have a lot of our silver army that's being redeployed right now. Bam. Excellent. And we're holding. And we're holding. Belgium has capitulated. That's fantastic. Some more gears. Ooh, level 3 artillery is nice. And very importantly, they don't have a whole lot of... it actually gets rid of a lot of troops that were causing issues for us. I want to make sure to bop you guys before you can reinforce. Well, there's still a fair amount of... American and British troops and Australian, Norwegian. Alright. A lot of things going on in there. Tanks. Tanks, tanks, tanks. You guys are done that. Excellent. I'm going to set a front line here and there and just tell you to go. Okay. And everything's still cool here. I mean, it gives us more coast control. Whether or not that makes any difference whatsoever, I don't know. Still got our fleet. I think every time they move out, these guys are getting kind of bopped a little. Fleet does not have a mission, but I thought I gave you. Yeah, you really don't have much. Tell you what, just see if you can manage to dock in there, and we'll figure out. I don't know where the other ships are coming in from. Free military factories, but it's not entirely accurate. Although it's nice that we're finally building a few more fighters in here. We're still lacking rubber. That'll actually be great if we can take up some bits, and I don't remember where it is. Somewhere in Indonesia. Or does Vietnam have rubber? I don't remember, but there's definitely some rubber that we can get in Asia, and that's going to open up our plane production pretty awesomely. So 21 divisions will surround Luxembourg. That's good. We'll let them do that, and then we'll hit the go button at the same time. This is nicely compressed over here. Let's see if you can go. Justification. Okay, so that's good. You. Stop being a douche nozzle. Hopefully that didn't lead to anything particularly weird. But it means that our Spanish group over here, which is still very thin, now has just one front. which is a lot less weird than before. We're not going to tell you to go on your attack, but our idea is to try to push this river once it ever happens. So we do need some extra guys in general, and hopefully we can pull them away from this front very, very soon. In fact, I think when we take Luxembourg, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. We might just work to keep these guys contained here. Silver does need a offensive line again, which is... Did it not? Okay. Do-do-do. And done. Great. So what I want to do is grab like 12 dudes. So how about you and you are going to join the party down here. So full 24. It's only level 2 general. Maybe we'll do some swap in a second. That's going to be alright. So we may or may not be able to push here. People's Republic of China has capitulated. Isn't that one of our communist people? I don't know. Whatever. So here's China over here, which we are now in a war with. I don't think we were, though. I think this was... I don't know. I'm confused. Everything confuses me. Shut up. You're not my supervisor. You can just go. They've got a lot of troops there, but they're being probably pretty heavily attritioned because they don't have any ports over here. I mean, we're, you know, not getting the most amount of supply either, but we're getting some at least. Let's take a look at the resources map mode. Anything good over here? A little bit of rubber, but not much. For the real rubber, we need to go down 70... There we go, 800 rubber. That's what we need to do, but are we anywhere close to punching through there? That's tricky. I don't know. Anyway, these guys are all going to get overrun and eaten. We still have to hit the mainland. Luxembourg has capitulated, giving us basically no equipment, but that's okay. Alright. And Silver Group, there's still a lot of you over here. Right now, you're not being told to hit play, which is fine. People are getting in position. That's going to be okay as well. It'd be really swell if we could work to cut off the back here, but I don't think it's going to matter much. So, all these troops are not troops that are native to this area, so they all have no organization and probably not much in the way of supply. Probably let more troops arrive to the front just so that we can just take them out in a big, giant kick. Although, let's take this victory point right away, because it's going to be very easy for us to do. Okay, we're holding the Hague. Almost there. Meanwhile, did you not have 24? Did something get overrun somewhere? I mean, clearly they must have. It was probably just, oh, it might have been over here. It was probably just some of the garrison types, I would hope. But yeah, I don't like the fact that something bad happened there, but it's not being told to play. Just try to hold what you can. We'll get you some more troops soon. Alright, go. Yeah. Smash their face. And then this entire Silver Division is going to move down to Spain. And that's probably going to be a massive, overwhelming push. Speaking of things that are a little overwhelming, let's get some military police in here. Unassigned division, these are all MPs. Excellent. So I'm going to make a new garrison. I'll also make you blue. It'll be maybe a little confusing that there's two, but that's okay. Your job is going to be to garrison as much of France as you can, just to do rebel busting. There you go. Minimum division's 19, but that's going to be all right. You'll do some good work there. So you guys are just going to chill. Yeah, we did have this because there wasn't a front line there, so there was probably an overrun there. Someone could take Barcelona, but we'll have to wait. Meanwhile, oh, are these all the forts? Jeez, there's a lot of forts there. Meanwhile, Silver, still advancing well, still advancing very well. I mean, these guys are not long for this world. They're about to get completely obliterated. There might be a little counterattack there, but we've got other troops moving in. Either we'll defend, or we'll just rebop them instantly. They do have a lot of troops in one place. I mean, these are going to be big battles, but they're going to be out of juice. Mr. Dwight Eisenhower, you can't do much, especially with your garrison-type units. Let's go, go, go. Excellent. Nope, some people are going to try to land over here, but not really. Okay. Purple, over here, you are going to add to your coastal defensive area. Like this, that, that. And I guess you'll go all the way into Denmark here. Because you actually have enough divisions to do this. You know, we hold this, you'll have more responsibility once we push south. Alright, you guys, halt. I'm going to leave a few of your silvers over here, but what you're really doing is you're joining the Spanish division, but clearly you need our best field marshal on the job. And then silver can just get a general. Just level 2 is fine for this. We need to swap you with a better general over here, and these tanks actually need some commands again. It's interesting, like, I don't know where the Soviet troops went. We pushed everything in here, and then they left? I'm very confused, but alright. Get in there, finish the job. And again, we have a bunch of busted factories, so we don't actually have some in the queue. Well, I guess I'll put a cut in here. I gotta say, I was 100% sure we were losing Europe. I don't know if that was, you know... Well, I was gonna say, you know, AI failure, but when they did attack, they weren't pushing. Like, we were successfully defending everywhere once they started attacking, and I can't understand why that is. I mean, just the supply situation or something like that. Maybe we were, you know, we were sitting behind a river. There were a few forts in some of those places, but not that many of them. And yeah, if we can get, like, the MP stuff to hold down the rebellion, that would be quite spectacular. I suspect that unless we want to continue, like, to make ridiculous amount of military police, that's not going to be practical. And, yeah. Infantry equipment. We have lots, but it's draining quickly. We are doing some training, so that's part of it. We are 3K short on artillery. That's not ideal at all. I'm going to move you up until you've got, there we go, some factories. I don't want to move you too high up because it could really screw up some of our production queues somewhere along the way, but we're going to get some more advanced artillery being produced here. And it's an actual shortage? We don't have old stuff in the bank? Huh. Odd. Well, we'll have to put a gun in here. Thank you very much for watching, folks. See you next time.